There comes a moment in every life when a spark ignites, a subtle but powerful whisper from within, urging you to rise above your circumstances and become something greater. You may not always recognize it at first, but this is the call to transformation, the moment the universe reminds you of the infinite power already within you. This book is for those who are ready to answer that call. Transformation is not reserved for a select few. It is not bound by age, status, or past mistakes. It is a choice, a decision to step beyond the limits of who you've been and embrace the possibility of who you can become. No matter where you are on your journey, this moment is the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where you reclaim your power, redefine your potential, and rewrite your story. You are not broken, and you are not incomplete. You are a masterpiece in progress, waiting to be revealed. But to uncover your true self, you must let go of the doubts, fears, and limitations that have held you back. You must awaken to the realization that the life you desire is not a distant dream, but a reflection of your beliefs, choices, and actions. The transformation begins the moment you decide to take responsibility for your future. This book is your guide. It is a roadmap to self-mastery, resilience, and unstoppable growth. Each chapter is designed to provide you with practical tools, profound insights, and empowering strategies to break free from the chains of mediocrity and step into your full potential. Whether it's mastering your focus, overcoming obstacles, or tapping into the flow state, you will find the knowledge and inspiration to create a life that aligns with your deepest desires. Understand this. Greatness is not something you find, it's something you build. Brick by brick, habit by habit, decision by decision, you construct the foundation of your future. This book will show you how to lay that foundation, strengthen it, and build upon it until you become unstoppable. So, take a deep breath and commit to this journey. The only thing standing between you and the life you've always dreamed of is the version of yourself that hesitates. But not anymore. Today you begin. Today you awaken. Let's transform together. Focus is the master key to success. In a world brimming with distractions, the ability to direct your attention with precision is what sets the extraordinary apart from the ordinary. Mastering your focus doesn't just mean ignoring the chaos around you. It means learning to harness your mental energy and aim it toward what truly matters. Your focus is your power, and in this chapter, you will learn to unlock and wield it. For years, society has celebrated the idea of multitasking as a sign of productivity. The truth, however, is that multitasking is a myth. The human brain is not designed to split its attention across multiple tasks effectively. When you attempt to juggle too many priorities at once, you dilute your energy and diminish your ability to perform at your best. The result? Tasks take longer, mistakes increase, and stress levels rise. True mastery begins with single tasking, the art of focusing on one thing at a time with unwavering attention. When you commit to a single task, you enter a state of deep concentration where your creativity, efficiency, and problem-solving abilities soar. This is the foundation of mastering your focus. Doing fewer things, but doing them extraordinarily well. The first step to mastering your focus is eliminating distractions. The modern world bombards you with notifications, emails, and endless scrolling opportunities. Each distraction may seem small, but cumulatively, they drain your mental energy and fragment your attention. Begin by identifying the biggest sources of noise in your environment. Is it your phone? Unnecessary meetings, social media? Once you've identified these distractions, take deliberate steps to minimize them. Set boundaries with your devices by turning off notifications during work hours. Create a dedicated space for focused work, free from interruptions. Remember, your attention is a finite resource, and every moment you spend on distractions is a moment you can't dedicate to your goals. Mastering your focus also means mastering your priorities. Not everything on your to-do list deserves your immediate attention. In fact, most of what demands your time will not move the needle in your life. The key is learning to differentiate between the urgent and the important. Use the Eisenhower matrix to categorize your tasks into 4 quadrants. Urgent and important. Address these tasks immediately. They are your top priorities. Important but not urgent. Schedule these tasks. They contribute to long-term success. Urgent but not important. Delegate these tasks. They consume energy but lack value. Neither urgent nor important. Eliminate these tasks. They are distractions. By focusing on what truly matters, you can channel your energy into activities that align with your goals and purpose. The ultimate goal of mastering your focus is achieving the flow state, a mental zone where you are fully immersed in the task at hand, losing all sense of time and self-consciousness. This is where your performance reaches its peak and your work feels effortless. To enter the flow state, create conditions that support deep focus. Work on a task that is challenging but not overwhelming. Eliminate all external distractions before beginning. Set a clear intention for what you want to achieve. Take breaks to prevent mental fatigue and maintain momentum. When you consistently design your environment and schedule to encourage flow, you unlock a level of productivity and creativity that most people never experience. To cultivate unshakable focus, implement this daily ritual. Morning intentions. Begin each day by writing down the top 3 things you want to achieve. These should be meaningful tasks that align with your long-term goals. Time blocking. Allocate dedicated time slots for each task, ensuring uninterrupted focus during these periods. Mindful transitions. Before starting a new task, take a moment to pause, breathe, and clear your mind. This prevents mental clutter from spilling over into your work. Reflection and refinement. At the end of the day, review your progress. Celebrate what you accomplished and adjust your approach for tomorrow. Focus is not just a skill. It is a superpower in a world that constantly pulls you in 1,000 directions. By learning to eliminate distractions, prioritize effectively, and enter the flow state, you can channel your mental energy into the pursuits that matter most. Mastering your focus is not about doing more. It's about doing what truly matters with full intention and presence. As you move forward, remember, every moment of focus you cultivate today is an investment in the life you are building tomorrow. The path to mastery begins here, with your commitment to harness the extraordinary power of your attention. Let this be the foundation of your unstoppable transformation. Perspective shapes reality. The way you view the world determines how you experience it, and more importantly, how you respond to it. Challenges can either appear as insurmountable obstacles or as stepping stones to growth. What makes the difference is your perspective. This chapter will teach you to reframe your outlook and transform how you interpret and interact with the events in your life. Your perspective is the lens through which you see the world, and that lens is colored by your beliefs, past experiences, and internal narratives. If you believe that life is unfair, every difficulty will feel like proof of your misfortune. Conversely, if you see life as an adventure, those same difficulties become opportunities for growth. The lens you choose to look through has the power to amplify or diminish your potential. To begin mastering your perspective, you must first become aware of your internal dialogue. What stories do you tell yourself about your abilities, your circumstances, and the challenges you face? Are these stories empowering or limiting? Write them down. Once you recognize these narratives, you can consciously choose to rewrite them into something more empowering. Challenges are a natural part of life, but how you interpret them makes all the difference. A person with a fixed mindset might view failure as proof of inadequacy, while someone with a growth mindset sees it as an opportunity to learn and improve. The key to shifting your perspective lies in reframing your challenges. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, what is this situation trying to teach me? How can this challenge make me stronger? What opportunities might this obstacle be revealing? By shifting your focus from the problem to the potential lesson or opportunity, you transform your perspective and empower yourself to act rather than react. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools for shifting perspective. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you train your mind to see abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude reorients your perspective toward what is going well, even in the face of difficulty. Start a daily gratitude practice by listing 3 things you are grateful for each morning or evening. These can be small, like a kind word from a friend, or large, like achieving a personal milestone. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to focus on the positive, making it easier to maintain a constructive perspective in any situation. Often, the pain of the present moment blinds us to the bigger picture. In the midst of struggle, it's easy to forget that every experience, good or bad, is part of a larger journey. What feels overwhelming today may make perfect sense in hindsight, revealing itself as a crucial turning point in your growth. When you find yourself overwhelmed, pause and zoom out. Imagine your life as a story and consider how this moment fits into the narrative. Ask yourself, how might this experience contribute to my long-term growth? What future doors might this challenge open for me? Seeing the bigger picture helps you approach life with patience, resilience, and trust in the process. Whenever you feel stuck in a negative perspective, use this practice to shift your outlook. Identify the situation that's troubling you and write it down in detail. Write down the story you're telling yourself about the situation. Be honest. Are you playing the victim, blaming others, or assuming the worst? Reframe the story by focusing on what you can control and what you can learn. For example, instead of, I failed because I'm not good enough, try, this is an opportunity to identify areas where I can improve. Write a new, empowering narrative about the situation. Read it aloud and notice how your emotions begin to shift. Perspective is a choice. It's the difference between seeing a storm as destruction or renewal, between viewing failure as the end or the beginning of something new. When you learn to consciously choose your perspective, you reclaim control over your experiences and unlock the ability to transform any challenge into an opportunity for growth. Mastering your perspective is not just about seeing the world differently, it's about experiencing it differently. By shifting your lens, you can create a reality filled with resilience, possibility, and hope. Let this practice become your foundation as you continue to build a life of unstoppable transformation. Emotions are a powerful force, influencing your decisions, relationships, and overall quality of life. When unmanaged, they can create chaos, pulling you away from your goals. But when understood and directed, emotions become one of your greatest assets, a source of energy, connection, and clarity. Harnessing emotional intelligence, EI, is not about suppressing your emotions, but learning to understand, regulate, and channel them effectively. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, while also being attuned to the emotions of others. Unlike IQ, which measures intellectual abilities, EI focuses on interpersonal and intrapersonal skills. High emotional intelligence allows you to navigate challenges calmly, build meaningful relationships, and make decisions that align with your long-term goals. EI consists of 4 core components: self-awareness, understanding your emotions and how they influence your thoughts and actions; self-regulation, managing your emotional reactions in constructive ways; empathy, recognizing and understanding the emotions of others; social skills, building strong relationships through effective communication and collaboration. Mastering these components equips you to handle any situation with confidence and poise. The foundation of emotional intelligence is self-awareness. You cannot manage what you do not understand. Start by observing your emotional patterns. What triggers your anger, frustration, or joy? How do these emotions affect your decisions and interactions? Begin by asking yourself, what am I feeling right now and why? How is this emotion influencing my actions? Is this reaction serving my long-term goals? Journaling can be a powerful tool for self-awareness. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on your emotional experiences and identify patterns. The more aware you become, the more control you gain over your emotional responses. Self-regulation is the ability to pause and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. It's the difference between letting anger drive your actions and choosing a calm, measured response. To practice self-regulation, pause before reacting. When you feel a strong emotion, take a deep breath and count to 10 before responding. This creates space for a rational response. Label your emotions. Identifying your feelings, anger, disappointment, excitement, helps you process them more effectively. Reframe the situation. Instead of thinking, "This is happening to me," ask, "What can I learn from this?" Shifting your perspective can transform negative emotions into growth opportunities. Empathy is the ability to step into someone else's shoes and understand their perspective. It is not about agreeing with them, but recognizing and validating their emotions. Empathy strengthens relationships, fosters trust, and diffuses conflict. To develop empathy, listen actively. Pay full attention to the speaker without interrupting or planning your response. Ask questions. Seek to understand, rather than assume, how someone feels. Validate their feelings. Acknowledge their emotions by saying, "I can see how that would be difficult for you." Empathy is a bridge that connects people, allowing for deeper and more meaningful relationships. Emotional intelligence is not about avoiding challenges, but about building resilience to navigate them effectively. Emotional resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks and adapt to change. To cultivate resilience, practice gratitude. Focus on what is going well in your life, even during tough times. Gratitude shifts your perspective and builds emotional strength. Develop a support network. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Focus on solutions. Instead of dwelling on problems, channel your energy into finding solutions. When you feel overwhelmed by emotions, use this ritual to reset and regain control. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and take 5 deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling slowly through your mouth. Place your hand on your heart and ask yourself, "What am I feeling right now?" Acknowledge the emotion without judgment. Visualize a calming scene, such as a serene beach or a forest, and imagine your emotions settling like waves on a tranquil sea. When you feel calm, write down one action you can take to address the situation constructively. Harnessing emotional intelligence is a transformative skill that empowers you to lead with clarity, compassion, and resilience. By understanding your emotions, managing your reactions, and connecting deeply with others, you gain the tools to navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing your feelings, but about channeling them in ways that serve your growth and strengthen your relationships. As you practice these skills, you'll find that your emotions no longer control you. Instead, they become a source of insight, energy, and strength. Emotional intelligence is not just a skill, it is a gateway to a more meaningful, connected, and fulfilling life. One of the greatest barriers to personal freedom is the need for external validation. From an early age, we are conditioned to seek approval from others, parents, teachers, peers, society. Over time, this need for validation can become a silent force driving our decisions, shaping our identities, and limiting our potential. To truly transform, you must break free from the chains of external validation and learn to live authentically, guided by your own values and inner compass. Validation feels good. When others acknowledge your efforts, praise your accomplishments, or express admiration, it lights up the reward centers of your brain. However, the moment your sense of worth becomes dependent on this external praise, you relinquish control over your happiness. You begin to measure your value through the eyes of others, constantly seeking approval while fearing rejection. The danger of external validation lies in its unpredictability. People's opinions are fleeting and often inconsistent. One day you may be celebrated, the next you may be criticized. If your self-worth is tied to this ever-changing approval, you'll find yourself on an emotional roller coaster, unable to experience true confidence or peace. To reclaim your power, you must recognize that external validation is a temporary fix for an internal void. The only lasting validation comes from within. Living authentically means aligning your actions, decisions, and goals with your true values rather than the expectations of others. It requires you to ask yourself, who am I when no one is watching? What do I truly value, and why? Am I pursuing this goal for myself or to gain someone else's approval? Authenticity liberates you from the exhausting task of trying to please everyone. When you embrace your true self, you attract people and opportunities that resonate with your genuine essence. More importantly, you build a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling because it reflects who you truly are. Breaking free from external validation often requires confronting the fear of rejection. It's natural to want to be liked and accepted, but this fear can hold you back from expressing your true self. To overcome it, remind yourself that rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of someone else's preferences, biases, or limitations. Not everyone will understand or appreciate your journey, and that's okay. You don't need universal approval to live a meaningful life. Instead, focus on building relationships with people who value and support you for who you are. The key to breaking free from external validation is developing a strong sense of internal validation, a deep, unshakable belief in your own worth and capabilities. Here are some steps to help you cultivate this. Define your values. Identify the principles that matter most to you and let them guide your decisions. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge your progress and achievements, no matter how small, without waiting for others to validate them. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to people or situations that don't align with your values or drain your energy. To strengthen your internal validation, try this simple but powerful exercise. Stand in front of a mirror and look into your own eyes. Say out loud, "I am proud of you for," and complete the sentence with something you have done or are working on. For example, "I am proud of you for staying true to your goals." Repeat at least 3 affirmations, focusing on the emotions they evoke. End by saying, "I validate myself, and I don't need anyone else's approval to know I am worthy." This exercise may feel awkward at first, but with practice, it will help you build a stronger connection with yourself and reinforce your sense of worth. Freedom comes when you stop seeking validation from others and start finding it within yourself. By breaking free from external validation, you reclaim the power to define your own worth and create a life that aligns with your true self. This process is not about isolating yourself from others or rejecting their opinions. It's about recognizing that your value is not dependent on their approval. As you cultivate internal validation, you'll discover a newfound sense of confidence, resilience, and peace. You'll no longer feel the need to conform or please everyone around you. Instead, you'll stand firmly in your truth, living authentically and unapologetically. This is the foundation of true personal freedom, the freedom to be wholly and completely yourself. Resilience is the cornerstone of strength, the ability to withstand life's storms and emerge not just intact, but stronger. Mental resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties or pretending they don't exist. It's about facing them head-on with courage, clarity, and the wisdom to adapt. In this chapter, we explore the philosophy of resilience, practical techniques for cultivating it, and how embracing adversity can lead to profound growth. The concept of resilience has deep roots in philosophy. The Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, believed that life's challenges were not obstacles, but opportunities to practice virtue and strengthen character. They taught that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This idea forms the essence of mental resilience, viewing setbacks not as barriers, but as pathways to growth. In Buddhism, suffering is seen as an integral part of the human experience, a teacher that guides us toward enlightenment. The first noble truth states that dukkha, suffering, exists, but the path to liberation lies in understanding and transforming it. Resilience in this context is not just about enduring suffering, but transcending it by finding meaning and wisdom within it. These philosophical perspectives remind us that resilience is not a passive quality, but an active process. It is a choice to engage with life's difficulties, to adapt, and to grow stronger through them. Adversity is the crucible in which resilience is forged. Consider the way a tree grows stronger by standing firm against the wind. Its roots dig deeper into the earth, anchoring it more securely, while its branches learn to bend without breaking. In the same way, each challenge you face strengthens your inner foundation and expands your capacity to adapt. Anecdotes from history are replete with examples of resilience in the face of adversity. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, found meaning even in the horrors of concentration camps. In his seminal work, Man's Search for Meaning, he wrote, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." This perspective illustrates that resilience is born from the decision to find purpose and growth, even in the most dire circumstances. Reframe your challenges. Reframing is the practice of viewing difficulties through a different lens. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" By shifting your focus from victimhood to empowerment, you open yourself to the lessons within adversity. Develop emotional agility. Emotional agility, a term popularized by psychologist Susan David, involves facing your emotions without being controlled by them. Acknowledge your feelings, fear, frustration, sadness, without judgment. Then choose actions that align with your values rather than reacting impulsively. Embrace small daily challenges. Just as muscles grow stronger through resistance training, Resilience grows through facing and overcoming small challenges daily. This might mean stepping out of your comfort zone, learning something new, or confronting a difficult conversation. Each small victory builds your resilience. Practice mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness helps you stay grounded in the present moment, reducing overwhelm and increasing clarity. By focusing on the now, you can address challenges step by step, rather than being paralyzed by the enormity of the situation. Foster a growth mindset. A growth mindset, a concept developed by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. When you view setbacks as opportunities to improve rather than failures, you cultivate resilience naturally. In Japan, there is a traditional art form called kintsugi, which involves repairing broken pottery with gold. Rather than hiding the cracks, the artist highlights them, creating a piece that is more beautiful and unique than before. The philosophy behind kintsugi is that flaws and imperfections are part of an object's history, not something to be ashamed of. This metaphor is deeply resonant for building mental resilience. Your struggles and scars do not diminish your value, they enhance it. Each challenge you overcome adds to your story, making you stronger, wiser, and more beautiful in your uniqueness. Take a moment to reflect on a recent challenge or adversity you've faced. Write it down in detail, including how it made you feel and how you responded. Now, ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? How did it change me? What strengths did I discover in myself because of it? Write down these lessons and strengths and reflect on how they have prepared you for future challenges. Finally, write a gratitude statement for the experience, such as, "I am grateful for this challenge because it taught me resilience and revealed my inner strength." Building mental resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, it's about transforming it. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, to dig deeper, and to rise higher. By embracing adversity, reframing your perspective, and cultivating resilience through intentional practices, you equip yourself to navigate life's storms with grace and courage. Resilience is not just a skill, it is a philosophy, a way of living that allows you to face the world with unwavering strength. Like the tree rooted firmly in the earth or the pottery mended with gold, you are shaped and strengthened by the challenges you overcome. This is the art of resilience, becoming stronger, not despite your hardships, but because of them. Discipline is the invisible force behind every great achievement. While motivation may spark the initial desire to act, it is discipline that ensures consistency, persistence, and eventual success. In this chapter, we will explore the philosophy of discipline, how it functions as the foundation for transformation, and practical ways to cultivate it in your daily life. Philosophers and thought leaders throughout history have recognized the transformative power of discipline. Aristotle believed that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Discipline is the practice of aligning your actions with your goals, even when you don't feel like it. It is the bridge between intention and achievement, the force that keeps you moving forward despite discomfort or distractions. The Stoics emphasized discipline as a virtue essential for self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Discipline, in this context, is not just about external actions, but about mastering your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and impulses. This philosophical foundation reminds us that discipline is not about rigid control or deprivation. It is about freedom, the freedom to live a life aligned with your highest values and aspirations. Motivation is often romanticized as the key to success, but it is inherently fleeting. It ebbs and flows, driven by emotions and external circumstances. Discipline, on the other hand, is steadfast. It does not rely on how you feel in the moment, but on your commitment to your long-term vision. Consider this. A writer motivated by a flash of inspiration may produce a brilliant paragraph, but a disciplined writer who shows up every day, regardless of inspiration, will finish an entire book. Discipline creates the structure necessary for sustained progress, transforming fleeting motivation into consistent action. At its core, discipline is the ability to build and sustain habits. According to James Clear's Atomic Habits, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Small, consistent actions compound over time to produce remarkable results. The key is to focus on building systems rather than relying on willpower. To develop disciplined habits, start small. Break your goals into manageable actions. Instead of committing to writing 10 pages a day, start with 1 paragraph. Anchor habits. Attach new habits to existing routines. For example, after brushing your teeth, meditate for 5 minutes. Create accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust or track your progress publicly to reinforce commitment. Reward progress. Celebrate milestones, no matter how small, to reinforce positive behavior. Discipline often requires you to embrace discomfort. Whether it's waking up early, prioritizing long-term goals over short-term pleasures, or persisting through setbacks, discomfort is an inevitable part of growth. The key is to reframe discomfort as a sign of progress rather than a barrier. In the Navy SEALs, there is a saying, "Get comfortable being uncomfortable." This mindset shifts your relationship with difficulty. Instead of avoiding challenges, you welcome them as opportunities to build resilience and strength. The story of the Chinese bamboo tree illustrates the power of discipline and persistence. When the seed of the bamboo tree is planted, it requires consistent watering and nurturing every day, yet for the first 4 years, there is no visible growth. Then, in the 5th year, the tree suddenly grows 80 feet in just 6 weeks. This remarkable growth is not a sudden miracle, but the result of years of unseen effort. The bamboo tree's roots grow deep and strong during those initial years, creating the foundation necessary to support its rapid growth. Discipline operates in the same way. The daily, consistent actions you take may not yield immediate results, but they are laying the groundwork for exponential growth. To cultivate discipline, implement a daily planning ritual. Set intentions. Each morning, write down the 3 most important tasks for the day. Prioritize what aligns with your long-term goals. Schedule your time. Block out time for focused work, breaks, and rest to maintain balance. Reflect each evening. Review what you accomplished, what challenges you faced, and how you can improve tomorrow. This practice creates a rhythm of accountability and clarity, ensuring that discipline becomes a natural part of your routine. Discipline is not about perfection, it is about persistence. It is the quiet, steady force that turns dreams into reality, one small action at a time. By embracing discipline, you gain control over your life and unlock the power to achieve your goals, no matter how ambitious they may seem. As you move forward, remember that discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you build. With each deliberate choice, you strengthen your ability to stay aligned with your vision. Discipline is not a burden. It is the foundation of freedom and self-mastery. Let it guide you as you continue your transformation. Limiting beliefs are invisible walls we build around ourselves. These beliefs often masquerade as truths, but in reality, they are self-imposed boundaries that restrict our potential and keep us from achieving our goals. To step into your full power, you must identify, challenge, and release these beliefs. Letting go of limiting beliefs is not just a mental exercise. It is a transformation of the self, a liberation that allows you to live with clarity and purpose. Limiting beliefs often originate in childhood, shaped by our families, culture, and experiences. A single comment from a parent, teacher, or peer, whether intended or not, can plant a seed of doubt. Over time, this seed grows into a belief that defines how we view ourselves and the world. Phrases like, "I'm not good at math," "Success is for others, not me," or "I don't deserve love," are examples of how these beliefs take root. These beliefs persist because the mind seeks evidence to support them. If you believe you're not good enough, you unconsciously focus on failures while dismissing successes. This creates a cycle where the belief reinforces itself, trapping you in a narrow view of what's possible. In philosophy, thinkers like Descartes and Nietzsche explored the nature of belief and its impact on reality. Descartes' famous dictum, "I think, therefore I am," highlights the power of thought in shaping existence. Nietzsche, on the other hand, challenged humanity to overcome limiting constructs, urging individuals to create their own values and truths through what he called the Übermensch, or overman. These ideas point to a profound truth. Beliefs are not fixed, they are choices. And if beliefs shape reality, then changing your beliefs can change your world. By questioning the assumptions you hold, you can dismantle the false narratives that limit your potential and replace them with empowering ones. The first step in letting go of limiting beliefs is awareness. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. Begin by observing your thoughts, especially in moments of doubt or hesitation. Ask yourself, what belief is driving this thought or action? Is this belief serving me or holding me back? Where did this belief come from, and is it true? Write down the beliefs you identify and examine them critically. Are they based on evidence, or are they assumptions rooted in fear or past experiences? Awareness shines a light on these hidden patterns, making it possible to challenge and transform them. To challenge a limiting belief, you must replace it with an empowering one. Here's how. Question the evidence. For example, if you believe "I'm not good enough," ask yourself, what proof do I have of this? What successes contradict this belief? Flip the narrative. Rewrite the belief in a positive, empowering way. For example, replace "I'm not good at this" with "I am capable of learning and improving." Gather new evidence. Take small actions that align with your new belief. If you believe "I am confident," practice speaking up in situations where you would normally stay silent. These actions build evidence to support your new narrative. In India, young elephants are tied to small ropes to prevent them from wandering. Over time, they grow into powerful adults capable of breaking the rope with ease, yet they never try. Why? Because they've been conditioned to believe the rope is unbreakable. We, too, are often like those elephants, held back by invisible ropes, beliefs we've carried for years. But unlike the elephant, we have the power to question these constraints and recognize that they are illusions. Once we do, we are free to move beyond them and embrace our true potential. Identify one limiting belief. Write it down at the top of a piece of paper. Challenge its validity. Beneath it, list all the evidence that contradicts this belief. Rewrite the belief. Create a new, empowering belief. For example, replace "I always fail" with "Every failure is a lesson that brings me closer to success." Take an aligned action. Do something that affirms your new belief. If you've rewritten a belief about your abilities, take a small step toward a goal that demonstrates your capability. Repeat daily. Revisit this process regularly to reinforce new beliefs and dismantle old ones. Limiting beliefs are not truths. They are stories you've told yourself. By questioning these stories, you can break free from the mental chains that hold you back and create a new narrative that empowers you. Letting go of limiting beliefs is an act of courage, But it is also an act of self-love. It is a declaration that you are no longer willing to be confined by fear or doubt. The process of releasing these beliefs is transformative. It allows you to see the world and yourself with fresh eyes, unclouded by the weight of old narratives. As you let go of what no longer serves you, you make space for new possibilities, new growth, and a life that reflects your highest potential. This is the path to freedom, and it begins with a single step: the decision to believe in yourself. Have you ever experienced a moment when time seemed to disappear and every action felt effortless? This is the flow state, a peak performance zone where your mind and body work in perfect harmony. Achieving flow is not just a fleeting feeling. It is a way to unlock your full potential, enhance creativity, and accomplish extraordinary things. In this chapter, we'll explore the science, philosophy, and practices that enable you to tap into this remarkable state. The term flow was popularized by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who described it as a state in which people are so involved in an activity that nothing else seems to matter. In flow, your sense of self dissolves, and you become fully immersed in the task at hand. Athletes call it being in the zone. Artists refer to it as losing themselves in the work. Flow is not limited to elite performers. It is accessible to anyone willing to cultivate the right conditions. Whether you're writing, painting, coding, or playing sports, flow allows you to transcend distractions and achieve unparalleled focus and productivity. Flow occurs when your skill level matches the challenge of the task. If the task is too easy, you become bored. If it's too hard, you feel anxious. But when skill and challenge align, your brain enters a state of deep focus. Neuroscience reveals that in flow, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for self-criticism and overthinking, temporarily quiets down. This phenomenon, called transient hypofrontality, allows you to silence doubts and fully engage with the present moment. Additionally, the brain releases a cocktail of neurochemicals like dopamine and endorphins, enhancing motivation, creativity, and satisfaction. Flow echoes ancient philosophical traditions. In Taoism, the concept of Wu Wei, often translated as effortless action, describes a state of harmony where actions unfold naturally without force. Similarly, Zen Buddhism teaches mindfulness and presence as pathways to transcend the ego and connect deeply with the moment. These philosophies remind us that flow is not about forcing productivity, but surrendering to the process. By focusing fully on the present and trusting your abilities, you can achieve outcomes that feel both effortless and extraordinary. Choose the right challenge. Engage in tasks that stretch your abilities without overwhelming you. Incremental progress builds confidence and prevents burnout. Eliminate distractions. Create an environment conducive to deep work. Turn off notifications, set boundaries, and immerse yourself fully in the task. Set clear goals. Define what you want to accomplish and break it into smaller, actionable steps. Clear objectives provide a roadmap that keeps you focused. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Flow thrives on immersion, not perfectionism. Let go of the need to control results and focus instead on enjoying the journey. Find your optimal time. Pay attention to when you feel most energized and productive. Align your tasks with these peak periods to maximize flow potential. In ancient Japan, a samurai sought a Zen master to learn the art of swordsmanship. The master, instead of teaching combat, handed him a brush and instructed him to paint. Confused but obedient, the samurai spent weeks practicing his strokes, until one day he entered a state of effortless concentration. The Zen master then handed him a sword, saying, "Now you are ready." This story illustrates that flow is not confined to a specific activity. It is a state of mind. Whether wielding a brush or a sword, The ability to lose yourself in the moment transcends the tool and reveals your inner mastery. To cultivate the flow state, try this practice. Prepare your environment, clear your workspace of distractions, and gather everything you need for the task. Set a timer. Commit to 25 to 30 minutes of uninterrupted focus using the Pomodoro technique. Immerse yourself. Begin your task with full attention. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back without judgment. Reflect on progress. At the end of the session, note what went well and where you struggled. Use these insights to refine your process for next time. Repeat this practice regularly, and you will find it easier to access flow in your daily life. Flow is more than a state of heightened performance. It is a gateway to a deeper connection with yourself and your work. By aligning your skills with the right challenges, eliminating distractions, and immersing yourself fully in the moment, you unlock a level of productivity and creativity that feels almost magical. As you continue your journey, remember that flow is not about forcing results, but about surrendering to the process. Embrace the present, trust your abilities, and allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of the task. In flow, you will discover not just what you can achieve, but who you truly are. The journey of self-transformation is rarely linear. It is filled with twists, turns, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. Yet, these challenges are not signs of failure, but necessary steps on the path to mastery. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of trusting the process, embracing uncertainty, and finding peace in knowing that the universe has a plan for you, even when you can't see the entire map. One of the most common sources of stress and frustration is the belief that we must control every aspect of our lives. We often operate under the illusion that if we just plan and strategize enough, we can control every outcome. However, life's true flow lies in surrendering this need for control. As the philosopher Lao Tzu wrote in the Tao Te Ching, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." Control is an illusion, and while planning and action are necessary, surrendering to the unknown is equally vital. It is in the spaces between planning and action, in the moments when you let go of rigid expectations, that true growth often occurs. The key to navigating these unknowns is to trust that every moment, even the challenging ones, is serving your greater purpose. Transformation is not something that happens overnight. It's a slow and gradual process, one that requires patience. The process of growth, of stepping into your higher self, unfolds over time. Whether it's building a new habit, healing from a past trauma, or achieving a long-term goal, progress is rarely immediate. Yet, as the philosopher Heraclitus stated, the only constant in life is change. Patience allows you to remain grounded in the present, appreciating the small victories and knowing that the bigger picture will reveal itself in due time. Patience is not passive. It's an active practice of trust. It is understanding that each small step, each decision you make, is a building block of your future. Uncertainty is the only thing that is certain in life, yet it's often the thing we fear most. Fear of the unknown can prevent us from taking risks, making decisions, or stepping out of our comfort zones. But in truth, uncertainty is the fertile ground in which creativity, innovation, and personal growth thrive. Think of some of the world's greatest achievements. They all began with uncertainty. The innovators, artists, and leaders who changed the world did so by embracing the unknown, stepping into the void, and trusting the process. Without uncertainty, there would be no progress. As Rainer Maria Rilke beautifully said, "Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves." Uncertainty is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It is the canvas on which your future is painted. As you move through your transformation, one of the most powerful acts you can perform is to let go. Let go of old identities, limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, and expectations that no longer serve your growth. Holding on to what is familiar may feel safe, but it keeps you tethered to the past and prevents you from stepping into your full potential. The practice of letting go is not about abandonment or surrendering your power. It's about making space for something new. It's about releasing the grip on what you cannot change and trusting that life will bring you what you need. As you let go, you allow room for greater opportunities, deeper connections, and an authentic life that reflects who you truly are. This meditation is designed to help you release the need for control, embrace uncertainty, and trust the process of your transformation. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Let each breath anchor you into the present moment. Visualize your journey. Picture yourself walking along a winding path. The landscape is unknown, but you feel calm, knowing you are on the right path. Release control. With each breath, let go of the need to control the future. Trust that the journey will unfold in its own time. Affirmation. Say to yourself, I trust the journey ahead. Every step I take brings me closer to the person I am meant to be. Feel gratitude. As you continue to breathe, feel gratitude for the process, for the unknowns, and for the lessons you will learn along the way. The journey of transformation requires faith, patience, and trust. Trusting the journey means embracing the unknown, letting go of rigid control, and believing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Each step, each challenge, and each moment of uncertainty is a vital part of the process, guiding you toward your true potential. When you trust the journey, you allow the universe to support you in ways you can't yet see. Trusting the journey means you are not alone. It means that the road ahead, with all its twists and turns, is leading you to exactly where you need to be. Allow the flow of life to carry you forward, and remember that the destination is just as important as the journey itself. Gratitude is a simple yet transformative practice that has the power to shift your entire outlook on life. It's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what you don't have or what's going wrong. However, when you consciously choose to focus on what you are grateful for, you elevate your energy, cultivate a positive mindset, and attract more of the good into your life. In this chapter, we will explore the science of gratitude, its profound impact on your well-being, and practical ways to cultivate this mindset every day. Gratitude is more than just a feel-good emotion. It has a tangible impact on your brain and body. Research has shown that practicing gratitude activates the brain's reward center, releasing feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Studies by psychologists like Robert Emmons and Michael McCullough have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress, improved mental health, and better physical health outcomes. Gratitude has also been linked to improved sleep quality, stronger immune systems, and increased resilience in the face of challenges. The practice of focusing on what you have rather than what you lack rewires the brain, training it to notice abundance and positivity rather than scarcity and negativity. In essence, gratitude not only enhances emotional well-being, but also positively affects your physical and psychological health. While we often wait for circumstances to improve before we feel grateful, the truth is that gratitude is a choice. We all face struggles, setbacks, and moments of hardship, but we also have the power to decide how we respond to them. Gratitude doesn't require perfection. It simply requires a shift in perspective. In challenging moments, try to focus on the lessons, the small victories, or the things that are going right. You don't need to be grateful for everything, but finding even one thing to appreciate in any situation can significantly improve your mindset. As Eckhart Tolle famously said, "Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance." The benefits of gratitude compound over time. The more consistently you practice it, the more ingrained it becomes in your daily life, affecting not only your mindset, but your relationships, health, and overall quality of life. Here are a few practical ways to incorporate gratitude into your daily routine. Gratitude journaling. Set aside time each day to write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big, like achieving a long-term goal, or small, like a kind gesture from a friend. The key is to focus on the positive and write it down consistently. Gratitude reflection. In moments of frustration or difficulty, pause and ask yourself, what am I grateful for right now? Shifting your focus from the negative to the positive helps reframe your mindset and regain emotional balance. Gratitude rituals. Start or end your day with a short gratitude ritual. It could be a moment of reflection in the morning or saying thank you before each meal. These rituals serve as a reminder to be present and thankful for the simple blessings in life. Express gratitude to others. Take time to express your appreciation to those around you. A simple thank you can strengthen your relationships and create a positive atmosphere in your environment. There's a story of a man named John who lived in a small village in the countryside. One day, as he walked through the fields, he encountered an elderly woman who had been sitting on a bench for hours. She had a simple smile on her face, and when John asked her why, she replied, "I've learned to be grateful for every little thing. The sunshine, the breeze, the flowers I see blooming. I may not have riches, but I have this moment, and I am thankful for it." John was struck by her peaceful demeanor and realized that he too had been waiting for circumstances to change before he could appreciate life. From that day forward, he made a conscious effort to appreciate the small blessings in his life. His perspective shifted, and he found himself experiencing more joy and contentment even in the most ordinary moments. To deepen your practice of gratitude, try this simple meditation. Sit quietly in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths to center yourself and bring your awareness to the present moment. Bring to mind one thing you are deeply grateful for. It could be a person, an experience, or even a small moment of peace in your day. Visualize it in vivid detail. See it, feel it, and allow the emotions of gratitude to fill your heart. Repeat silently, "I am grateful for this gift in my life. Thank you." Sit in this feeling of gratitude for a few minutes, allowing it to expand in your heart and mind. Gratitude is a powerful tool that allows you to transform your perspective, your relationships, and your overall sense of well-being. It is not just a fleeting emotion, but a practice that can change the trajectory of your life. By embracing gratitude, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is abundant, allowing you to experience more joy, peace, and fulfillment. As you move forward on your journey, remember that gratitude is always available to you. It is not about waiting for life to be perfect, but about finding beauty and abundance in each moment, no matter how small. Gratitude is the lens through which you can see the richness of life, and by practicing it daily, you open the door to infinite possibilities. The power of visualization is a universal tool for success, harnessed by everyone from athletes to CEOs, from spiritual seekers to creatives. At its core, visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental images of the life you want to create. But it's far more than just daydreaming. It is an intentional process of aligning your mind, emotions, and energy with your deepest desires, activating the law of attraction and manifesting your dreams into reality. Visualization is not simply a mental exercise, it has scientific backing. Studies in neuroscience show that the brain cannot always differentiate between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. When you visualize a task, your brain activates the same neural pathways as if you were actually performing it. This phenomenon, known as neuroplasticity, shows that repeated mental imagery strengthens the connections in your brain, making the actions in your vision feel more attainable. For example, research by Dr. Lacey and Dr. Ranganath in 2011 found that athletes who used visualization techniques demonstrated improved performance. By mentally rehearsing their movements, they primed their minds and bodies for success. Similarly, visualization has been shown to reduce anxiety and improve emotional resilience, as it helps reframe potential challenges and focus on positive outcomes. One of the most powerful aspects of visualization is its connection to the law of attraction, the principle that like attracts like. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desires, you send out a frequency that attracts matching circumstances, opportunities, and people into your life. This is not just wishful thinking, it's a conscious alignment of your energy with the universe. Think of your mind as a magnet. When you focus on what you want rather than what you lack, you begin to attract those things into your life. As Rhonda Byrne famously writes in The Secret, ask, believe, receive. By visualizing your desires as already fulfilled, you create the internal environment needed to manifest them externally. This process works because your belief in your own potential activates the energy required to make your dreams a reality. The key to effective visualization is clarity. The clearer and more specific you are about your desires, the more power you give them. This is not about general wishes like, I want to be happy, or I want to be rich. Instead, it's about creating a vivid, detailed picture of your goal. What does success look like for you? What emotions do you feel when you imagine your dream life? Who is with you? What does your ideal day look like? The more you immerse yourself in the details, the more real it becomes in your mind, and the more likely it is to manifest in your reality. Studies by Dr. Shankman, Harvard Medical School, also emphasize that mental rehearsal, thinking through a goal in intricate detail, not only builds motivation but enhances creativity, making problem-solving easier. One of the most effective ways to put visualization into action is through the creation of a vision board. This tool is a physical manifestation of your dreams, composed of images, words, and symbols that represent the life you wish to create. The vision board serves as a daily reminder of your goals and focuses your attention on what you want, instead of what you fear or lack. To create your vision board, gather materials, find magazines, printouts, or digital images that resonate with your desires. Define your goals. Think about what you want in all areas of life: career, relationships, health, and personal growth. Cut and paste. Place the images and words on your board and arrange them in a way that feels inspiring. Review daily. Each day, spend a few minutes reflecting on your vision board. Visualize yourself already living your dream life and feel the emotions associated with it. The most powerful results from visualization come when it becomes a daily practice. Set aside a few minutes each morning or evening to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and visualize your goals with clarity. Here's how you can begin. Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Visualize in detail. Imagine the specific goals you want to achieve as already being a part of your reality. See yourself in vivid detail. What are you doing? Who are you with? How do you feel? Feel the emotion. As you visualize, connect with the emotions you would experience if your desires were already realized: joy, peace, excitement, gratitude. Affirmations. Speak positive affirmations aloud, such as, "I am worthy of success. My dreams are becoming my reality." Visualize and trust. Trust that the universe is aligning to bring your vision to life, even if the path is not immediately clear. One powerful example of visualization in practice comes from Olympic athletes. Michael Phelps, the world record swimmer, is known to use visualization to prepare for his races. He mentally rehearses each race in detail: the starting dive, the underwater strokes, the turns, and the finish line. In interviews, Phelps has shared that visualization allows him to prepare for all possible scenarios, even imagining what it would feel like to lose or face an obstacle during the race. By rehearsing mentally, he eliminates doubt and sets himself up for success. This technique isn't just for athletes. Visualizing your goals in advance allows you to mentally prepare for challenges, strengthen your confidence, and ensure that you are always moving toward the vision you've set. Visualization is a powerful, proven tool for manifesting your dreams and aligning your actions with your desires. By creating vivid mental images of the life you want, reinforcing those images with strong emotions, and committing to daily practice, you activate the energy necessary to bring those dreams into reality. The more clearly you can envision your success, the more effortlessly it will flow into your life. Remember, every successful person you admire has likely used the power of visualization, consciously or unconsciously, to achieve their goals. By implementing these practices, you too can begin to transform your inner world, align it with your desires, and manifest the life you've always imagined. Your thoughts are not just fleeting, they are the seeds of your future. Visualize, believe, and watch the universe respond. Purpose is the driving force behind every great accomplishment, every meaningful connection, and every true expression of who you are. It's not merely a goal to achieve. It's a guiding principle that informs every choice you make and fuels your passion for life. Living with purpose means living intentionally, aligning your actions with your deepest values, and understanding that your life has meaning beyond what you do or have. In this chapter, we will explore how to uncover your true purpose, align your daily actions with it, and live a life that is fulfilling and full of impact. The search for purpose is universal. From ancient philosophers like Socrates to modern thinkers like Viktor Frankl, humans have sought to understand the deeper meaning of life. Frankl, in his book Man's Search for Meaning, argued that the primary drive in human beings is not pleasure or power, but the search for purpose. According to Frankl, even in the most dire circumstances, people can find meaning through their experiences, actions, and the way they choose to respond to suffering. Purpose is not something you find overnight. It is discovered through introspection, experience, and a deep connection to your inner self. But once you find your purpose, it becomes the foundation of your life, providing clarity, direction, and a sense of fulfillment. Living with purpose is about more than just setting goals. It's about aligning those goals with your core values and deepest desires. When you live with purpose, your actions become more meaningful, and you begin to make decisions that are in harmony with your authentic self. This clarity enables you to create lasting impact. Purpose-driven actions create value, not only for you but for others. They resonate deeply and leave a lasting legacy. Enhance fulfillment. By aligning your daily life with your higher values, you experience greater satisfaction and a sense of completion. Fuel resilience. Life's challenges become easier to face when you have a purpose that drives you forward. Purpose acts as a North Star, helping you navigate adversity with courage and clarity. To uncover your true purpose, begin by asking yourself powerful questions. What am I deeply passionate about? What makes me feel alive? What do I want to contribute to the world? These questions guide you toward what resonates with your soul. But purpose is not just about passion, it's about how your talents and passions intersect with the needs of the world. True purpose is about serving others in a way that aligns with your authentic self. One effective way to uncover your purpose is to look at the intersection of three key areas: what you love, the activities and experiences that bring you joy, what you are good at, your skills, talents, and strengths, what the world needs, how your talents can meet the needs of others and contribute to a greater cause. When you find the overlap between these three areas, you begin to uncover your life's purpose. This intersection reveals where your passion meets your potential for positive impact. Once you've discovered your purpose, the next step is to align your daily actions with it. This means making conscious choices that reflect your values and long-term goals. Start by setting intentional goals. Create goals that reflect your purpose. These goals should challenge you to grow, but also align with what matters most to you. Cultivating habits that support your purpose. Build routines and habits that align with your purpose. If your purpose involves creativity, dedicate time each day to engage in creative activities. If it involves helping others, make volunteering or service a regular part of your life. Staying consistent. Consistency is key. Small, purposeful actions taken every day accumulate to create significant change. Remember that living with purpose is not about grand gestures. It's about the choices you make every day. There's an ancient story about a farmer who found a wild horse. Neighbors congratulated him for his good fortune, but the farmer simply said, "We'll see." Later, the horse threw the farmer's son, breaking his leg. The neighbors lamented his bad luck, but again the farmer replied, "We'll see." When war broke out and all able-bodied men were conscripted into the army, the son was spared due to his injury. The neighbors marveled at his good fortune, but the farmer once again said, "We'll see." The story reflects that purpose, much like the farmer's response, is not always immediately understood. Sometimes what seems like a setback or challenge is actually part of a bigger plan. The farmer's purpose wasn't to attach labels of good or bad to circumstances. It was to keep moving forward with patience and understanding, trusting the unfolding of his life's journey. To connect deeply with your purpose, begin with this meditation practice. Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Take deep, slow breaths, bringing your attention to the present moment. Visualize your purpose. Picture yourself living your ideal life. Imagine the impact you want to make and the way you want to contribute to the world. Ask for guidance. Ask within, "What is my purpose?" Allow the answers to emerge organically without judgment. Affirmation. As you finish, repeat, "I am living in alignment with my purpose. I trust the path that is unfolding for me." Living with purpose is not a one-time discovery. It's an ongoing journey of alignment, growth, and contribution. It requires that you stay true to yourself, trust the process, and continuously align your actions with your deeper values. Your purpose is not a destination, but a guiding force that shapes how you show up in the world every day. It is what gives your life meaning and direction, even during times of uncertainty. When you live with purpose, you create a life that is not only fulfilling, but also impactful, leaving behind a legacy of authenticity, resilience, and contribution. As you continue this journey, remember, the pursuit of purpose is the greatest pursuit of all. Embrace it fully and allow it to guide you toward the life you are meant to live. In the pursuit of personal transformation, one of the most important principles to embrace is that growth is not a destination, It is a lifelong journey. Each day presents an opportunity to learn, evolve, and expand. The commitment to lifelong growth is the foundation of continuous improvement, resilience, and mastery. In this chapter, we'll explore how to cultivate a mindset of growth that transcends temporary setbacks, how to embrace learning as a lifelong process, and how to make growth a part of your identity. Lifelong growth is the commitment to never stop learning and evolving. It's the understanding that no matter how much you've accomplished, there is always more to discover, more to improve, and more to become. This mindset, often referred to as a growth mindset, was popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck. In her groundbreaking work, she explains that individuals with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, perseverance, and learning. On the other hand, a fixed mindset is rooted in the belief that abilities are static and unchangeable. Those with a fixed mindset tend to shy away from challenges and give up easily when faced with failure, as they perceive setbacks as reflections of their inherent limitations. In contrast, a growth mindset thrives on challenges, seeing them as opportunities to learn and improve. By adopting a growth mindset, you free yourself from the shackles of self-doubt and embrace a world of limitless potential. The path of lifelong growth requires you to change your perspective on challenges. Instead of viewing obstacles as problems, start seeing them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge you face is an invitation to stretch your capabilities, to push beyond what you know, and to gain new wisdom. In his book, The Obstacle is the Way, Ryan Holiday draws from Stoic philosophy to emphasize that obstacles are not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced. The Stoics believed that everything in life, even adversity, offers the opportunity for personal growth. In essence, obstacles are the raw material from which you can build strength, resilience, and wisdom. Lifelong growth is built on a foundation of constant learning. The world is in a constant state of flux, and to thrive in such an environment, you must continuously adapt and acquire new skills. Learning doesn't stop after formal education. It should become an integral part of your daily life. Here are a few ways to cultivate consistent learning. Read every day. Commit to reading books, articles, and papers that expand your knowledge. Choose a mix of fiction and non-fiction and dive into subjects that challenge your thinking. Pursue new skills, whether it's learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or developing a technical skill. Continuously challenge yourself to acquire new abilities. Seek feedback. Regularly ask for feedback from peers, mentors, and colleagues. Constructive criticism helps you identify areas for improvement and accelerate your growth. Embrace failure as feedback. Don't fear failure. View it as a necessary part of the learning process. Each failure teaches you something valuable, helping you to refine your approach and build resilience. By integrating learning into your daily routine, you reinforce the idea that growth is a lifelong pursuit, not a one-time event. The path of lifelong growth requires persistence. Motivation may ebb and flow, but the commitment to growth should remain constant. To sustain your momentum, you need to create habits and systems that support your development, even when motivation wanes. Set clear goals. Establish both short-term and long-term goals that reflect your vision of growth. These goals should be specific, measurable, and aligned with your values. Create a growth plan. Break down your goals into actionable steps. Each day, focus on a small, manageable task that moves you closer to your larger objective. Track your progress. Keep a journal or log of your learning journey. Recording your progress not only helps you stay motivated, but also allows you to reflect on how far you've come. Remember, growth is not always linear. There will be setbacks, but the key is to keep going, even when the path feels unclear. As long as you continue to move forward, no matter how small the steps, you are growing. There is an ancient story about an alchemist who spent years searching for the philosopher's stone, a legendary substance said to turn base metals into gold and grant immortality. After years of failure and frustration, he eventually discovered the stone, but not in the way he expected. It wasn't a physical object, but a realization. The process of searching, the lessons learned, and the personal transformation along the way were the true rewards. In the same way, lifelong growth is not just about reaching a final destination. It's about the journey, the lessons, the challenges, and the evolution you experience along the way. The process of growth itself is the greatest treasure. To ensure you are continuously progressing, take a few minutes each week for this reflection practice. Set aside time. Find a quiet space where you can reflect without distractions. Review your progress. Write down your achievements, challenges, and lessons learned from the past week. Identify areas for growth. Reflect on areas where you want to improve. What new skill or area of knowledge do you want to focus on next? Set new intentions. Based on your reflections, set clear intentions for the upcoming week. What specific actions will you take to continue your growth? This practice will help you stay on track, celebrate your growth, and continuously recalibrate your path. Lifelong growth is not a destination. It is a mindset, a way of being that shapes every aspect of your life. It is the unwavering commitment to continue learning, adapting, and evolving, no matter what challenges arise. By embracing growth as a lifelong journey, you unlock your fullest potential and create a life that is rich with purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. The key to becoming your highest self is to never stop growing. Commit to this path, and you will find that the journey itself becomes the most rewarding part of all. Consistency is the quiet, often underestimated force behind success. It is the practice of showing up every day, making incremental progress, and adhering to your vision even when immediate results are not apparent. In this chapter, we will explore how the power of consistency, combined with small but deliberate actions, creates the momentum needed for long-term success. Consistency is the foundation of mastery. While motivation is fleeting, consistency ensures that you continue moving toward your goals even when enthusiasm wanes. It is the ability to persist in the face of challenges, to take small steps daily, and to trust that over time, these steps will compound into significant results. In the philosophy of Kaizen, a Japanese term meaning continuous improvement, even the smallest effort is celebrated. This approach stresses that by consistently making tiny improvements, you can achieve remarkable progress over time. Whether you're mastering a new skill, working toward a fitness goal, or building a business, consistency builds the momentum that transforms your efforts into achievements. The compound effect, coined by Darren Hardy, illustrates how consistent small actions taken over time can lead to exponential results. Just like the example of a snowball rolling down a hill, small actions, when compounded daily, build momentum and power. In the same way, small habits like exercising for 30 minutes each day, reading for 15 minutes, or saving a small portion of your income consistently add up, ultimately leading to profound transformations. In the book The Compound Effect, Hardy explains that success is not the result of big, dramatic actions, but the accumulation of small, smart choices. Over time, these actions lead to momentum, which creates lasting change. Consistency is the engine that drives this process. Building consistency starts with your daily habits. These habits don't need to be grandiose. It's the small actions, repeated consistently, that shape the life you want. Here are some strategies for building habits that support long-term success. Start small. Don't overwhelm yourself with too many changes. Start with one small habit that you can commit to every day. Over time, this habit will become second nature. Make it non-negotiable. The key to consistency is turning your actions into non-negotiable commitments. Treat your habits like appointments you can't miss. Track your progress. Use a habit tracker to keep yourself accountable. Seeing your progress visually can motivate you to keep going. Create rituals. Rituals make consistency easier. For example, writing each morning or exercising at the same time every day creates a sense of routine, reducing the mental effort it takes to start. Practice patience. Understand that consistency doesn't always yield immediate results. Give yourself time to see the cumulative effect of your efforts. A common misconception is that consistency means doing things perfectly. Perfectionism can often prevent progress because it creates the illusion that everything must be flawless before taking action. In reality, consistency is about showing up, even when things aren't perfect. You don't need to be great at something to be consistent, you just need to keep going. The famous writer J.K. Rowling faced multiple rejections before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Her success wasn't based on perfection, but on her consistent effort and belief in her story. Likewise, every successful person, from artists to entrepreneurs, has found success not by being perfect, but by continuously taking action, learning from mistakes, and improving over time. There's an ancient story that contrasts the growth of two trees, a bamboo and an oak. The oak grows tall and strong quickly, but in a harsh storm, it topples because its roots were not deep enough. The bamboo, however, grows slowly, focusing on developing deep, strong roots. After many years, the bamboo is able to withstand the strongest storms, and it becomes a towering force of nature. This story reflects the power of consistency. Small, consistent actions may not show immediate results, but over time, they build a foundation that can withstand any challenge. Just like the bamboo, you are building strength beneath the surface, and with time, your efforts will lead to extraordinary growth. To integrate consistency into your life, start with the following practice. Choose one habit. Select one habit or goal you want to work on. It could be writing every day, exercising, or practicing mindfulness. Set a time frame. Commit to practicing this habit every day for a set period, such as 30 days. Make it non-negotiable. Track your progress. Use a habit tracker or journal to note your progress each day. Celebrate your small wins and reflect on any challenges. Evaluate. At the end of the period, evaluate how far you've come. Reflect on the impact this consistency has had on your life and decide how to build on it. Consistency is the key that unlocks the door to success. It is the force that ensures you keep moving forward even when motivation falters. By committing to daily habits and showing up for your goals consistently, you create momentum that leads to extraordinary results over time. The beauty of consistency is that it doesn't require perfection, just steady, focused effort. As you continue your journey, remember that the greatest achievements are not the result of one large action, but the accumulation of small, consistent steps taken each day. Stay committed, keep showing up, and trust that your consistent efforts will shape the life you desire. The present moment is all we truly have. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to become consumed by the past, regretful of what has already occurred, or anxious about the future, worried about what might or might not come to pass. Yet true fulfillment, peace, and growth can only be experienced in the present moment. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of embracing the present, how mindfulness plays a pivotal role in unlocking inner peace, and how focusing on the now can help you step into your full potential. The concept of living in the present moment is central to many spiritual traditions and philosophies. In The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle famously says, "Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life." Tolle's work highlights that we often neglect the present by overthinking past mistakes or worrying about future possibilities, both of which keep us disconnected from the power of the moment. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or future. It means not allowing them to dominate your thoughts. When you embrace the present, you shift your energy away from regret or worry, and instead, you focus on what you can control, your actions, thoughts, and feelings in this very moment. This mindset brings a sense of freedom and peace as you let go of unnecessary baggage and allow yourself to fully experience life. Mindfulness is the practice of paying full attention to the present moment without judgment. It is about observing your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings with curiosity and acceptance. By cultivating mindfulness, you train yourself to engage with life in a deeper, more intentional way. This practice has been shown to reduce stress, improve mental clarity, and increase emotional regulation. Jon Kabat-Zinn, a pioneer of mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, defines mindfulness as the awareness that arises from paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. It is about observing life without attachment or expectation. When you practice mindfulness, you stop reacting to life on autopilot, and instead, you respond from a place of awareness and intention. Increased peace of mind. When you stop dwelling on the past or obsessing over the future, you create space for inner peace. The present moment is the only moment you can truly control, and accepting this brings clarity and calmness. Improved focus and productivity. Focusing on the present improves your ability to concentrate on the task at hand. Whether at work or in personal pursuits, when you fully engage in the moment, you do your best work and experience a greater sense of satisfaction. Enhanced relationships. Being present with others fosters deeper connections. When you listen with full attention, respond thoughtfully, and engage in the now, you create a more meaningful bond with those around you. Greater resilience. Mindfulness allows you to respond to challenges with clarity and calmness. Rather than reacting with fear or anxiety, you approach obstacles with a sense of control, making it easier to navigate life's ups and downs. One simple yet powerful technique for staying present is mindful breathing. This practice helps center your attention and calm your mind. Try this exercise the next time you feel overwhelmed, distracted, or anxious. Sit in a comfortable position, either with your legs crossed or on a chair with your feet flat on the ground. Close your eyes and take a deep breath through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold for a moment, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Feel your chest and abdomen rise and fall. Let go of all other thoughts. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breath without judgment. Continue this practice for 5 to 10 minutes, allowing yourself to be fully present with each breath. With consistent practice, mindful breathing can become a tool you can use throughout your day to center yourself and return to the present moment. An old Cherokee grandfather tells his grandson a story about 2 wolves. He says, "Inside me there are 2 wolves. One is evil, he is anger, jealousy, greed, and regret. The other is good, he is joy, love, peace, and serenity." The grandson asks, "Which wolf wins, grandfather?" The old man answers, "The one you feed." This story illustrates the power of focus and attention. Whatever you choose to focus on, the past, the future, or the present, grows stronger in your life. By embracing the present moment, you nourish the good wolf. joy, peace, and clarity. Focusing on the present gives you the power to feed the positive emotions and thoughts that propel you forward. Living in the present moment does not mean abandoning your goals or ignoring your future. Rather, it means aligning your present actions with your future aspirations. The key is to take action today in a way that honors your long-term vision, without getting lost in the worry of what may come. The Dalai Lama once said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." This balance allows you to plan for the future while remaining rooted in the now. Your present thoughts and actions are the seeds that will grow into your future reality. By committing to living in the present moment, you build the foundation for a life that aligns with your highest aspirations. The present moment is the most powerful tool you have to create the life you desire. When you embrace the now, you release the weight of the past and the anxiety of the future, giving yourself the space to truly live and grow. Mindfulness and presence are not just fleeting practices. They are transformative ways of living that allow you to experience life more fully, with greater clarity, purpose, and peace. As you continue on your journey of self-transformation, remember, the power is always in the present. By focusing on what you can control right now, you set the stage for the life you truly desire. Every moment you embrace fully is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Live in the present and trust that everything else will unfold in perfect time. Throughout this journey, we have explored the profound and transformative practices that empower you to become the best version of yourself. From mastering your focus and emotional intelligence to trusting the process and living with purpose, each chapter has been a building block designed to support your personal evolution. The practices, principles, and philosophies shared here are not just theoretical concepts, but actionable tools that, when applied consistently, lead to lasting change. The path of self-transformation is not linear. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and challenges that test your resilience. But remember, every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity for growth, and every small step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is progress. By embracing the journey, trusting the process, and committing to lifelong learning, you cultivate a mindset that turns every challenge into an opportunity and every setback into a lesson. The power to create the life you desire has always been within you. It is not something external you need to acquire. It is something you can unlock by aligning with your true self, your values, and your goals. By living with intention, practicing gratitude, and staying committed to your growth, you will find that your potential is limitless. As you move forward, remember that transformation is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. Keep practicing the tools you've learned here, keep refining your mindset, and most importantly, keep showing up for yourself. The life you dream of is waiting for you on the other side of your commitment to growth. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and know that you are unstoppable.